We're here inside the Ritz-Carlton, downtown Charlotte, just minutes after Canada have named their official squad for the FIFA Men's World Cup 2026. An historic day for Canadian sport, and we're going to get into that roster shortly. You'll also hear from Jesse Marsch, from Maxime Crepeau, Dane St. Clair, Jacob Schaffelberg, and Promise David, all with unique stories, all with special journeys to get here. Here's another unique story I want to share with you. Since 1930, this coming World Cup will be the 32nd FIFA World Cup ever, both on the men's side and the women's side. And since 1930, only 776 people have ever been named in a home World Cup squad. Now, according to the Population Reference Bureau, there's been 13 billion people approximately on the earth since 1930. So of those 13 billion, only 776 human beings ever, approximately about 1 in 17 million, have been named in a home World Cup for a FIFA World Cup. Think about how special that is. Really, really a blessing for the 26 men who are in this squad. So let's get into it. We're going to go through the players, but before we do so, I had the chance to catch up with the head coach, Jesse Marsch. Jesse, great to see you. Thanks for doing this so quickly after the announcement. What's this whole last few days been like for you? How special?
Yeah, I mean, look, we've put so much energy into the fitness and bringing the group together. The energy when we come together is always so great and so big, and they love seeing each other, right? And everyone's known that we have to make a decision, at the end of the week. I was pretty clear with most guys where they stood before they came, so there weren't a ton of surprises in the conversations. It's still never easy to tell a guy that he's not going to be able to achieve his dream. But, we're all so supportive of each other around here. And I think the overall feeling is, even if you were one of the last guys that didn't make it, that the contribution that's been made is so clear. And this is so much more than a 26-person mission. So we're really thankful. I'm really thankful for all the character of all the players that have been around us. And it's made us better, no doubt.
We'll get into the squad shortly, but you mentioned those were close. How close was Daniel Jefferson?
Yeah, really close. And we like his qualities. We were thinking about him all the time. He had a good March. He picked up a little bit of injury over the last 2 weeks. And the fact that Toby really looked strong also had an impact on things, and then Kyle's been playing well. And then when you added up the issues we've had in the back with injuries, we felt like we needed to carry an extra defender. So it had some to do with the overall form of the other strikers, some to do with the defensive frailties, and then trying to round out the squad the right way. But Jebo and I had a good conversation, and I think we know that in the future we're going to continue to work together to find a way to get him better and better and better.
So originally you looked to get just the 8 defenders. You've gone with 9 because a little bit of precautionary.
Yeah. We've had to kind of bolster the back in the right way, and then look at, okay, can we supplement a 5th striker with maybe Oso or Marcelo or in different ways. Yep. So, but I think the balance of the group is really good. I think this is a really strong 26 players, and now our mission is to try to get everybody as close to full fitness and full form as possible.
Let's go there. You mentioned many times to me in interviews that you're 2-man strong in every position. What about left back? You haven't seen Alfonso. How's Richie going? And how did you go about putting that squad together? Maybe did you think about Bassong there? Like, how do you look at left back going into the World Cup?
Well, look, still Zoe will be coming with us to Uzbekistan because we need to make sure we have enough players to cover. And so his commitment has been really good in that sense. Richie looks great.
Okay.
Looks really good. And so he'll play minutes against Uzbekistan for sure. We had to do this at Copa with Richie, at Gold Cup with Richie. So we've been through this with Rich, and we know we have all the data from what he did win and how he came back and how much we used him, and then how that led to him having strong performances in both tournaments of Copa America and Gold Cup. So, we'll get Rich ready to go. It might not be Bosnia. He'll be really close to 100%, and he'll be really close to 90 minutes. So we're pushing him, but also cautiously making sure that we don't have any setbacks.
So if it's not Bosnia, and you've already said not Bosnia for Alfonso, what do you think for left back?
No, Richie will be ready for Bosnia.
He will be Bosnia.
Yeah, he'll be ready.
Okay, just wanted to clarify that.
Yeah.
Who right now maybe isn't trending for
we've got to see Alfonso, so we haven't even seen Alfonso yet. I've been talking with him. Our medical team's been really talking with him. We've had really good collaboration and communication with Bayern. So, we're all on the same page. It's just that we need to get him here and see how he looks physically and talk to him a little bit. So that's one. And then, I think Schaff will be right around that Bosnia time frame about getting him back to 100%. And then I think the rest of the guys, will be close. They'll all be looking good. We're all trending in a really good way. So we're hopeful that by Bosnia we have almost a full complement of players, and if not, then by Qatar we'll be even closer and stronger.
There's been a lot of discussions about who's not fit, and obviously now it looks like it's trending in the right direction. When it's all come out in the wash, is this the best 26 that you could have picked anyway?
I think if it's not the best 26, it's very close. Maybe there was one or two that could also supplement this, but this is a good team, right? I mean, this is probably the best 26-man squad that Canada has ever put together. Okay, we're not all quite at 100% right now, but I love these guys. I believe in them, and I'm ready to go full tilt with this group. So, that part is exciting. For a home World Cup to have the best group that we've ever had, I think all the fans back at home should be really excited.
Last one, you get to go on a flight to Canada on Saturday. How excited are you to get back? You got that World Cup pin on there now.
KJ gave me a World Cup pin here.
Representing.
So we're going to have the real one soon. Okay, buddy?
Yeah, there you go. It's a special time, though, no?
No, we came down here to really push the fitness with the guys. They invested themselves fully. And guys like Derek and Nico and others have been down here for 2 weeks. So we got what we wanted. Now we're ready to get to Canada. We're ready to feel the energy. We're ready for the fans to show how much they love this team, and they should. They should be really excited. It's a team of great character, of great talent, and a team that is so committed to playing for the country and so committed to making everybody's excited and electrified by what we can achieve. So there's strong belief in this group, really strong, and so we're excited to get back home and get ready for some good matches.
And for you, an honor, I'd imagine, to pick a home World Cup roster, no?
Yeah, I mean, look, in general, I've just been so focused on, as a foreigner, making sure that I represent the country the right way and that I give these players and these people the best opportunity possible to be at their best, to create a platform where they can show how good they are and that they can go after games. And that's what I'm concerned about most. And so I'm excited that everybody's here. I'm excited that everybody's getting healthy and strong. I'm excited about the form of our best players. Let's go. Let's go after this.
Congratulations, huh? Big squad.
Thanks, man.
We'll see you in Edmonton.
Yeah, awesome.
Jesse obviously is excited as ever. You could hear it in his voice. He believes it's pretty close to the most talented team that he could ever put together. So the goalkeepers are as follows: Maxime Crepeau from Greenfield Park, Quebec, Dane Sinclair from Pickering, Ontario, and Owen Goodman, who grew up in Alliston, Ontario. Now, we do not know yet who the number one goalkeeper is. Jesse Marsch told us this week, of course. Both will get 45 minutes, Max and Dane, against Uzbekistan on Monday night in Edmonton. I had the chance to catch up with both of them earlier tonight. And with Maxime Crepeau and Dane Sinclair, first of all, congratulations to you both, named for a World Cup squad at home. What are your initial thoughts when you know that you're now in the roster?
I mean, very happy, obviously. You never know until the list is up. Injuries, I have to speak for own experience, but very happy, and now looking forward to get the next couple of days.
Yeah, I think same thing, obviously. Happy and excited for what's coming, and of course we know that there's going to be a decision between the two of us, but at the same time to be able to make the roster and to be able to be a part of the 26 guys and to be able to be part of this team is truly an honor for both of us, and looking forward to where this team can go.
You mentioned the decision. Let's go there then. What's this been like, Dane, first of all, for you to be able to do this with arguably a mentor and one of your best friends?
Yeah, I think at the end of the day there's a lot of respect between us, and we know the decision is going to come down to Jesse, so we're always obviously both want our names to be called and are going to put our best foot forward, but I think it's probably made us both better for it, and iron sharpens iron is the saying that I like to go with.
Well said. What about you, Max?
Yeah, I mean, we push ourselves at a club level every single time, and the international wise we split half for the last 2 years, and so we've pushed one another, and this is why we've been able to be better to goalkeepers. Is that because we're always on the edge and we trying to reach another level, and so it's very true that the camaraderie of the goalkeeping union, it's true. It's something that is real, and we're working very hard for that goal, and it's going to be beneficial for the country.
Max, if Jesse picks Dane, what do Canada get with Dane?
I mean, a great shot stopper, great personality, great characteristic. You have your own characteristic when you play. The swagger, if you allow me the term, but somebody that can change a game on half a second.
And Dane, what is Canada getting if Jesse picks Max?
Yeah, I think Canada's getting someone that's willing to put his body on the line and do anything. Obviously, he's shown it in the past, and unfortunately, that's why he missed the last World Cup. But I think it shows his resilience to be able to kind of fight back and get to a spot where he's still probably in a better spot than he was back then. So I think that resilience and that fight is something that he's always going to carry. And then, of course, the intensity that he brings as well.
And Dane, for a Toronto boy to play in Toronto, what would that mean for you?
Yeah, I think it would mean everything to be able to kind of play in a home World Cup. Obviously, in our country is one thing, but to be able to play even closer in the stadium that's closest to me, growing up, going to that stadium as a fan, watching TFC, going there and at the U20 World Cup. So it'd really be a full circle moment for me.
Max, finally, you and I have had the pleasure doing interviews for the best part of 10 years. I remember you broke your leg 8 days before the World Cup squad was announced last time, and now you've made it. That journey must make it a little bit more special, knowing how hard it's been for you.
Yeah, I mean, one of the message that I always talk with the guys that have had injuries or that are struggling sometimes physically, is that you never take for granted to put that shirt. You don't know when it's going to come back. So you have to give it all out there, and to represent the country is never something that you can take for granted.
You're both very special. Congratulations again on a very special day.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
To the defenders, Alistair Johnston from Vancouver, BC, Nico Segur from Burnaby, BC, Richie Larea from Toronto, Ontario, Alfonso Davies, who grew up in Edmonton, Alberta, Moise Bombito from Montreal, Quebec, Derek Cornelius from Ajax, Ontario, Luc de Fougerolles, whose dad John is from Montreal, Quebec, Alfie Jones, whose grandmother is from Hillcrest, Alberta, and Joel Waterman from Surrey, BC. Interesting to hear from Jesse earlier, where he told us that he believes that Moise Bombito, Richie Larea, and others will be ready for that opening game. I think that's really important. That's probably why he decided to go against Zoe Bassong, who will be traveling, obviously, with the roster to Edmonton as well to play left back in some of these coming games ahead of the World Cup. In central midfield, Stefan Eustachio from Leamington, Ontario, Matthew Chouanière from Saint Alexandre, Quebec, Ismail Coney, who grew up in Montreal, Quebec, Jonathan Osorio from Toronto, Ontario, and Nathan Saliba from Longueuil, Quebec. The 5 players we always expected would be getting a shot, and Jesse Marsh alluded to it. Osorio and Marcelo Flores can also play as that second striker. Before we get into the strikers, what a journey it's been for Promise David. And with Promise David, I call you the people's champ because the people love you, and they've got more reason to love you today because you've made the World Cup squad. When we chatted just a few weeks ago, you weren't even sure. How good does this feel?
Yeah, it feels rewarding because we put a lot of work into getting me healthy. You know, the Canadian medical team, my own medical team, and the lab. And yeah, to see all of that pay off and be healthy enough to make the squad, yeah. I mean, got to thank Jesse for giving me as much time as possible to get healthy. But yeah, definitely a big moment for me.
Promise, back in February when you got injured and you decided to take surgery, did you ever think this was a possibility, or how slim was it?
No, I thought I was explicitly told if you take the surgery, you will not be back, and I was like, damn. But there was too many, risks to opt out of the surgical option, so I had to look at what was best for me, and then, yeah, I said, you know what, take the surgery and push and see how far you can take it.
There was a headline right after surgery that read, "Promise David, a race against time." You've beat time. Yeah. And you've beaten a lot of things in your career. 4 years ago at the last World Cup, obviously playing in Europe and trying to get a move, and then ended up going to Estonia. What does it say about the ability to beat time and continue to prove other people wrong?
I mean, I think I'm just petty. I think if someone tells me no, I take it from my mother. I do everything to tell them yes. So, yeah, I've been told no a couple times in my life. And instead of just giving up, I found some type of inspiration to keep pushing, and yeah, it got me here so far.
It's a World Cup. It's the pinnacle of your career. How are you feeling? How are you feeling physically, and what are the next steps between now and the beginning of the World Cup that will make you feel comfortable stepping on a pitch?
Yeah, I think it's just progressing tactically in the gym, and then on the field as well, and trying to close the gaps on 3-4 months of training that I've missed out on, but. I've supplemented it in other areas, and yeah, I think it's just going to be how much can we pedal to the metal before the first game.
Finally, I want to speak for Canada and congratulate you, because this is a monumental moment for you and your family. In special moments like this, when you get announced, who do you think of?
Yeah, I think for my dad, my mom, family, Definitely my coaches and my physical trainers right now, because I think I spent the most time with them during this really, really tough 4 months.
Well, congratulations again. It's a historic achievement. We're all delighted for you. Congratulations to make it this far, big man.
Hopefully I score. Hopefully we win some games.
That's a promise. How can you not love that man? A wonderful personality, Promise David, or as they call him around here, Toby. So to the strikers, Promise David from Brampton, Ontario, Jonathan David from Ottawa, Ontario, obviously grew up there, Kyle Larin from Brampton, Ontario, and Taniolo Ashei, originally from Nigeria, who grew up in Mississauga. To the wingers, Tajon Buchanan from Brampton, Ontario, Ali Ahmed from Toronto, Ontario, much like Liam Miller from Toronto, Ontario as well, and Marcelo Flores from Georgetown, Ontario, which left one player, Jacob Schaffelberg. A lot of question marks coming into this, whether he would make it or not. Obviously had groin surgery earlier this year and has a little bit of a hamstring injury as well. But Jacob Schaffelberg has been given the chance to make this World Cup roster. I had the chance to catch up with him. Delighted to be joined by Jacob Schaffelberg. You've been named to the World Cup squad. When you heard your name, how did it feel?
Yeah, surreal. A lot of emotions for sure. It's been I don't know. Words can't really describe it right now. A lot of love for the East Coast right now to represent them, so it means so much to me.
The only Nova Scotia boy in the squad, so that's really special for you and your family. So congratulations on that. A couple of, maybe even a year ago, for many of us, you were a shoo-in. It's not been an easy year for you, obviously, with a lot of injuries. How are you feeling right now, and how nervous were you heading into this?
Yeah, I had surgery on my pubic bone area, and after that, it's felt the best it's felt ever. So it's been nice having that pain go away, and now I just have a little bit of hamstring thing, but the strength feels amazing. I'm progressing faster than I thought, so it's going in the right direction. I'm really confident about it.
So the right direction is what's ideally for you, do you think, by the time you can get back up to being yourself?
Oh geez, I don't know. But for the first game.
For the first game, June 12th, you'll think you'll be ready. What does this mean for you? Obviously, 4 years ago, just got you moved to Nashville at the last World Cup. You were sitting at home watching Canada playing Qatar, but you played and starred in a Copa America, and now you're getting involved in a World Cup squad as a difference maker, as your teammates call. Has it hit home that you're in a home World Cup squad?
No, I mean, the last World Cup, I was just a practice player. I made the trip out there with the boys to Bahrain. So from then to now, and to be part of it, and again, it's quite hard to put into words right now how I'm feeling.
I understand that.
And the excitement. So I can't wait to celebrate with my family a little bit, but obviously get to work with everyone.
Last one before you get to call your family.
Yeah.
This group of the players feels like another family. What does it mean for you to do this with them?
It means everything. I don't know if I felt quite part of the team before Copa America, but since Copa America, I've been so excited to be part of every camp that I've gone to, and honored to be just around these guys every day. They're brothers and family to me, and they'll be like that forever.
Jacob Schaffelberg has played in 23 of 29 games for Jesse Marsch, and as you heard him, he'll be ready for the World Cup. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Jacob Schaffelberg from Port Williams, Nova Scotia. You could just see what it means for him. He's obviously still in shock, having just heard the news that he's made the World Cup squad. So that is it, the 26 names that go to Canada's World Cup squad at home that kickstarts on June 12th in Toronto Stadium. They leave here tomorrow morning to fly to Edmonton, and you can watch their game live on One Soccer and TSN on Monday night. Canada versus Uzbekistan from Commonwealth Stadium.